I wish you would have brought up Argentinian history with BadEmpanada. Why? It's not my field of expertise at all. I'm not very knowledgeable on that stuff. But anyway, yeah, we had a fun conversation last night that was very instructive. Guess what? I was right. Of course, it didn't turn into last night I ended the broadcast, and what did I do? I did this. This is what I did. Now, I wasn't in a maid outfit, neither was BadEmpanada. Noah was all in a maid outfit. More talk with BadEmpanada. You two went off. Yeah, that's what I did. I went on Noah Samson's stream, fundraising for Palestine. But also, while I was fundraising for Palestine, I also was, engaging in heated debate with an interlocutor. For those of you who don't know, I was on with BadEmpanada, where he found out that my perspective on a lot of the issues that he criticizes me on is actually quite similar to his, and that the only major point of disagreement that we have is negligible, and that disagreement usually just revolves around me criticizing his technique. It was a surprisingly great debate. It wasn't a debate. Why would you think that it would be a real debate? That's why I kept saying whenever BadEmpanada's fans, or fans of mine who like BadEmpanada, would come in to my chat to be annoying, and I would tell them all the time that him and I do not disagree on things. We simply disagree on techniques, tactics, things of that nature, but that's it. In any case, start a political podcast. You were so much better with chat not distracting you. Maybe. But yeah, it was interesting stuff overall. Good conversations overall. I'm sure that there will be a lot of normal responses to it. Our haters, our hater communities and whatnot, but who gives a shit about what they think? All right. Other than that, I mean, I was basically on the Noah Samson stream for quite a while until
talked about Lizzo.
Until like 10, and then after I was done with the Noah Samson stream, I went to sleep like instantly. I insta-locked bed, and I woke up early as hell in the morning, went to play basketball, lost 2 of the games, won 1 of the one-on-one games. There's something severely wrong with me. I don't like talking about my own personal health because people get really parasocial and annoying about it. But let me tell you something, folks. My heart rate is at 185 every time I'm playing one-on-one pickup basketball. Now, one-on-one pickup basketball, the 13, with 1s and 2s, that's already a complicated endeavor. We're also playing on hard top concrete outdoor basketball. But it's like I'm always like maxing out on my heart rate. I'm always maxing out on my 185 heart rate. It's probably not good. 185 for your age is close to death. I mean, my shit is like, 60 to 90, around 60 to 90 when I'm normally sitting around. But when I'm actually playing basketball, 185 is what I'm cranking it up to on my iPhone. I mean, on my watch. And I mean, it's maxed out for sure. Heart rate max is 220 minus your age, so you're fine. I'm maxing it out every time though, and it's like cooking me a little bit. And I think I just need to get better cardio, and I don't know what it is. And I am, I'm having respiratory issues, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's frustrating. This is not an invitation for you to all portray yourselves as little doctors or whatever. But that was one thing. And then afterwards, Ted Nivison came to the courts, and we were bawling. And he almost poked my eye out. We started playing the game one-on-one, me versus Ted. Okay. And he's a little bit of a fouler, and it's fine, He goes in for a bucket. I stop him. I cross him once. He hits me in the chest, and I was like, we were laughing about it. I was like, what kind of defense is that? You just like you just poke me in the chest. And he was like, yeah, that's how I defend. And then he did it again, but this time he poked me in the eye, in my right eye. And he almost Dan Crenshaw'd my ass. Chat. I couldn't see out of my eye. And I was like, oh shit, like I can't see out of my right eye, right? And then when I opened both of my eyes, eventually I could only like I had double vision. Okay, I had double vision, and then not only did I have double vision, but like finally when I closed my eyes, like my left eye was fine, but my right eye I couldn't see well out of. It was like weirdly no vision. And basically what ended up happening is like when I move my right eye for the longest time, like for a couple hours afterwards, when I move my right eye, it would be like shaky vision. You know how like the thing flickers a little bit, like my camera flickers a little bit? When I move my right eye around, my vision would flicker in the same way that like you know, the camera will not be able to focus sometimes. And did you call a doctor? No, I got better, so I'm fine. My mom was freaking out, wanted me to actually, everything I'm wearing is Yoji. ID on the shirt, please, big man. It's Yoji. Everything, I'm Yoji'd out the wazoo. This is the full Yoji fit. I'm on my Yoji shit. So no, I didn't get it checked out because I'm fine now. I'm fine now. But it was pretty messed up for a second. I felt a little... When you buy new clothes, do you get rid of others? Yes. Listen to your mom. She's a doctor. Yeah, but she's not a doctor of medicine. She's a doctor of art. What does she know? Do you do cardio regularly? Yes, I do cardio regularly. But it's fine now. I mean, I was doing tests on my shit, and I think for a little bit, like the eye is like a muscle, you know? Right? I feel like there's muscles around it, and it was like there was a little bit of an injury, and it like moved around weirdly. I was doing the test to myself, filming myself doing the little test of like following the fingy around, and I realized that my right eye was like the eye's an organ, and the muscles surrounding it are still muscles, and he hit like the muscles surrounding it, and I think that made it, I think that maybe made my eye a little wonky for a second, but I'm good now. I'm good now. It moves fine now. That's all it is. I treat my body like a playground. You treat yours like a temple. My shit started going to hell at 45. You'll be fine. I mean, I treat it like a temple, but I desecrate the temple regularly. You know what I mean? Bitsy the Rock. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You're treating yours like a wonder wall? Nice. Leftist medicine? Yeah, be careful. You'll get pinworms from his fingernails. Is funny. All right, what is this? What is this? Balder lion, the lion of the real lion of Syria. What is he saying?
Has he talked about Lizzo yet? Yeah, you missed all the Lizzo discourse. You missed me giving 45 minutes of my opinion on Justin Trudeau's divorce. You're definitely watching the right Twitch channel. Do you look at does the title down here? Is it all caps? Emoji, get in here. Bullet point list of all the big news happening today. Open parentheses, gaming after. It turns out that last part was a lie.
Dude, what are these shots being fired? You know, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of apolitical. He did this. Is this? Oh, this is from 2 years ago. Oh, I was going to say, because I feel like I remember him saying this before, but it's like, I'm sick and tired of these apolitical content creators who don't actually let their true political perspectives be known and simply use attacks against me as a way to position themselves in the realm of politics. And Northern Lion is doing that. Okay? He's doing that. And the veracity of his claims has no bearing on this. Okay? He might be completely right. He might be completely right on that. The gaming part of the title is a lie, yes, but ultimately, he's still attacking me for his posturing as a to prove his political bona fides. By the way, speaking of which, we got to watch this video. I just saw it on my feed. Man carrying ting. He done did it again. Speaking of which, I love this. I love this video. Look at this. The title of this is, why is this 90% of political content on YouTube?
I hate talking about this stuff. Politics is boring. Politics is stupid as hell. I actually try to keep out of politics. I think both sides are stupid. I think both sides have some good points. I'm actually apolitical. I'd call myself a centrist. I have no real opinion on politics, and I don't consider myself educated enough to discuss the topic. Here's why people should stop criticizing Israel.
Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Based. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is literally, bro, this is a 47-second synopsis, and it's basically everything. It's every type of slop tuber's first four, okay? I like that YouTubers are aware of it, though. Look at this. It's always been a policy of mine to stay out of politics on this channel, which is why I'm prefacing my 9th consecutive politically motivated video with that statement. But this is something I just don't feel comfortable staying neutral on. Here's why women shouldn't be. I'm apolitical, with the exception of the numerous extreme political convictions I have. 50%. It's so fantastic. It's so fantastic. Everybody that is always like, I hate politics, I'm so apolitical, I'm so neutral on everything, Trump is content, Trump is a content president, I'm only looking at this from the perspective of drama. Also, suspiciously, all of my political worldview is directly tailored around some of the most extremist reactionary points of view you have ever encountered in your life. And as a matter of fact, if I were to tell you what my true opinions are, you would probably be horrified by them. Also, I am utterly afraid of saying what my true political opinions are, even on my channel, and certainly in broad daylight around other human beings within earshot, because I'm worried that they would kill me with hammers if I were to reveal what I truly believe must be done to women. Like, it's great. It's great. Everyone that says that they're apolitical will just like regurgitate the stupidest, most insane, most heinous fucking reactionary points of view. Fearand was great. HasanAbi not beating those misogyny allegations, telling Cutie to get pregnant. What is this? You and BadEmpanada last night? That's so funny. I mean, it's true. It is true. Also, yeah, I think what a lot of Americans miss, I think, especially white Americans, like whiteness is such a poison for you. A lot of you miss having some kind of like a Balkan style ethnic conflict that has historical reference over thousands of years at this point. Like when you're an American, when you're a white American, there's this like dullness to your history, unfortunately, where you don't get to have like you don't get to have these like ethnic tensions that you can relitigate over and over again for humor and jokes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like BadEmpanada, immediately I clocked him as a Cypriot. Okay, immediately I clocked him as a Greek. I can tell. Oh my God! Some of you need to not be allowed on the internet. Some of you should be discontinued from using the internet. Holy moly, that is wow. Anyway, what was I saying? We need Trump to mandate sterilization. Okay, not me. My family came over from Hungary in the 60s. So I've heard unspeakable things said about Romanians and Croatians. Yeah, that's what I mean. It makes life more fun. It makes life more fun when you have a constant ethnic conflict that you can point to, that you can present. Not true. Go to an Ohio versus Michigan game. Those two states literally went to war once. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the closest thing you can get to like having two identical parties in every way, shape, or form actually engage with one another in the field of battle for no real reason, despite having a lot more similarities than differences, you know? Bro's completely forgetting the British? No, I'm not. I'm saying for American culture is so streamlined, so processed, that I think, like, especially whiteness in America renders you incapable of having like fun little ethnic tensions that you can point to throughout history. Do you not understand what I mean? No, British people have that as well, for sure, for their neighbors. Dudes that live in like one zip code over have been fighting one another for fucking generations. They sound so different from one another that it's indecipherable. You can't even understand what one guy is saying over the next. You need subtitles for both. You got to have that. America's too young, too vibrant, and also now dying. But, you know, I wish you would have brought up Argentinian history with BadEmpanada. Why? It's not my field of expertise at all. I'm not very knowledgeable on that stuff. But anyway, yeah, we had a fun conversation last night that was very instructive. Guess what? I was right. Of course, it didn't turn into, as you may have guessed, it did not turn into a heated debate at all. And it was more so just like clarifying my positions. So he has a better understanding of them. My positions, I mean. Reddit is saying you destroyed your career by talking to him. Yeah, that's Reddit. Reddit is a bunch of NatSec losers who don't even get paychecks from the federal government. Like, it's people LARPing as though they work at Langley. Who cares? And that's not even like all of Reddit. That's just unique subreddits comprised of neckbeards. Oh no, I can't believe Reddit said this. But yeah, it was mostly just like, it was mostly a very, it was a delightful back and forth. Ultimately, I don't think that, I don't think that those differences in the way that people carry themselves are all too consequential, all too significant, which is why I don't engage in the practice of left bashing at all, which is why I was even worried about bringing up any of my disagreements with BadEmpanada, because like I just don't think it's productive. Having said that, it's good. I'm glad that we had that conversation. Hopefully, some of the HasanAbi heads who also happen to be BadEmpanada heads will now shut the fuck up and stop being annoying in my chat, and vice versa. What is this? Just bad timing? They probably won't. I think they'll, at most, they'll say BadEmpanada is being a pussy or something, and wasn't aggressive enough to attack me or something like that. But yeah, not only was it a productive back and forth, but also lots of money was raised. So far, I believe it's around 330,000 or something, which is good. 320,000, hell yeah. For UNRWA, love that. You look like you had fun talking about Empanada. I mean, BadEmpanada is similar to someone like Felix Biederman. I think Felix is funnier, but he has a very, and I love Felix, as you guys know. And so it's not, why would it be in any way, shape, or form remotely different? Like, why would that conversation go any different? Think about who some of my favorite, think about who some of my friends are in this left media sphere. Think about who some of my favorite people are, some of my favorite people to collaborate with are in this left media sphere. Like, they say things that are, I think, way edgier than what BadEmpanada does in general. No, I'm talking about like, not political adjacent. I'm talking directly in the political commentary sphere, like Brace and Felix and like the Chapo orbit in general. Even Noah. Noah is definitely a lot softer. But someone said Adam Friedland. No, Adam Friedland. I think Adam Friedland has a decent political framework or decent fundamentals, but I wouldn't consider him a political commentator. He's a comedian. But yeah, learning about Drew Pavlov's background was the best part. Oh yeah, he's nutting. He's nutting over being mentioned. I think he was like talking in all sincerity about how he really thinks that like I want to enslave his child or something. The irony, of course, is that he will never have a child because that would require him to have sex with a woman, which we all know is never going to happen. So I don't think he needs to worry about that.